And we welcome you to a special night of regular... You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, B.A., it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Now Atlanta's starting five. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Murray and Hunter fill out the wings, and it's Young in at the point guard position. Okongwu finds Murray. Here's Okongwu. And that one drops.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Picked by Vucevic. And here's Butler outside. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Nifty move. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Now here's White. He picked up 10 in his last game. McDaniels from long range. Hunter with the rebound. Pass to Young. Picked up by Okongwu. There's the 3. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And Atlanta has possession. The Bulls making their last shot. Johnson a screen on Ball. There's Young with the 3. Chicago with a rebound. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. They just put too much pressure on the bench.
Expect to see them being much more careful tonight because of that. Maybe being a little less aggressive.
Now here's Ball. Coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
It wasn't just the scoring. He got others involved, too.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. He talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, B.A.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. These point guards are making a big impact on defense as we take a look at the steals leaders so far this season. Lonzo Ball 3rd.
Yeah, he's a pest. He gets under your skin. I mean, all these players have the combination of quickness and intelligence you want in a point guard.
Yeah, it's just not their quickness or their hands that have them at the top of the list. It's their defensive instincts that set them apart.
Now here's Butler. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Back to White. Pass to Vucevic. Shakes him. And the layup is up and in.
Too easy for Vucevic. He feasts from these interior spots.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There's an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
Now here's Young. Really played well against Golden State in his last game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Vucevic. Over Young. Vucevic's shot is off. And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Shoots over Vucevic. Okongwu, the pass to Hunter.
Oh, nice finish.
Man, big time right there. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Now here's White. He's scoreless. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That one on Johnson. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
The first one falls. Well, Richard, during his 5th year in the NBA, Kobe White had a breakout season.
Doubling his numbers, B.A., averaging around 20 points and 5 assists per game. Kobe's always been a great defensive player, but it's his offensive production that has really improved.
The Hawks making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. White hits them both. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Vucevic, a screen on Murray. White for 3, knocks down the long J. White's got 5 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Pass to Murray. Fires from deep. And it's Chicago with a board. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
That comeback they mounted in the fourth quarter looked so promising. I thought for sure they'd pull it off. It just didn't happen.
Now here's McDaniels. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. 4 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's Chicago.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Yourself on the screen, you show the best moves. Let's go. Let's see what you got.
Chicago making some changes. Greg is checked in for McDaniels. Caruso comes in for Butler, and it's Beverly in for Ball. Outside Murray. Can they get it? And Craig pulls it down.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Back to Caruso. Outside White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drives in. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. White's got 7 points in the game.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Now here's Beverly. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Capella. Vucevic's shot is off.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And here's Bogdanovic. Here's the 3. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. Kobe White picks one up. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Phillips comes in for Craig. And a change for the Hawks. Krejci's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Bogdanovic.
Yeah, one of the more consistent scorers in the NBA. Bogdanovic is an asset for this team.
And here's White. He has 7. Down low. Here's Phillips. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Johnson. Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for the Bulls, Phillips. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. The Hawks making a switch here. And he makes both free throws. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls out in front, leading by 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And the Hawks looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic, and it's Matthews in at the 3 spot.
You like seeing Bogdanovic get it done inside, an opportunistic scorer around the rim.
Pass to Beverly. Outside White. Shot from 12. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. White's got 9 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Bogdanovich from long range. On target from range.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Pass to White. And he goes in for the dunk.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Here's Dosunmu following the score by Atlanta. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. Some changes for Chicago. Williams has checked in for Craig, and Phillips is subbed in for White. Green's checked in for Atlanta. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Dosunmu with it. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Capella with a rebound.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Here's Krejci. He's covered by Dosunmu. Krejci, the pass to Green. 5 on the clock. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's Chicago with a board. Beverly outside. Pass to Williams. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And here's Bogdanovich. For 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. Bulls leading by 6. Pass to Williams. Banked it in off the glass. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Green. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. No good on the 3. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. How about the grit of Ayo Dosunmu? You see it in his hustle play, but also his work ethic, RJ.
Yes, he continues to improve, B.A. The coach is training him to be shot ready. That's down and low. He's upping his volume and efficiency from long range.
Now here's Bogdanovich. He's got 9. And Atlanta misses again. Here's Dosunmu. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's a 10-point Chicago lead.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Chicago ends up going with a new group. And here are some point guards who have been very hot from beyond the arc this year. Fourth, DeJounte Murray.
I mean, when no other options are available, any one of these guys can just take charge and shoot that three.
As well as they shoot the three, I don't think it needs to be a backup plan. That could be a plan A.
Now Young. No made baskets yet. Inside. The shot inside. Fearless from Young inside.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Butler passes to White. And here's Butler, covered by Johnson. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Outside McDaniels. Picked by Vucevic. Lets the three fly. McDaniels can't hit. Hawks trail by 8. Takes a step back. Here's Murray. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
And he makes the first.
Becoming a more consistent offensive weapon, Murray finding ways to contribute.
And Murray drops them both. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. And here's Butler outside. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
A guy you have to guard at range. Butler isn't a volume three-point shooter, but he can hit them when the mood strikes.
From deep, Johnson. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The 3 from Ball. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 6. Outside Hunter. Pass to Murray. Doesn't go that time. For Chicago, they've gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. White for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Chicago leading by 4. Outside White. Here's Butler. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
The first one falls.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Hawks trail by 5. Young looking for an opening. Hunter passes to Johnson. Here's Young. Fearless Trae Young.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Here's Butler. Hunter with the rebound. The deep 3 from Murray. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Chicago ahead, up by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. You know, maybe we should take a road trip, the 3 of us.
Yeah, if we're going on a road trip, I'm bringing my dogs.
Nah, what about that smell?
I don't think they'll mind it.
Ouch.
And focusing back in on the Hawks, they're in a tight one.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have gone their way, but you can't rely on the refs to bail you out. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Bulls leading by 3. We've got Jaden McDaniels, Coby White out there with ball. Then there's Butler, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Young against Ball. Young, the pass to Okongwu. Pass to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Over Butler. Murray, no good. And that's a foul called on Onyeka Okongwu. That's his first foul. Just a superb read on defense to come up with a block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
The Bulls shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Vucevic, a screen on Murray. Here's White.
A lockdown defender with a 6'10 wingspan. Yeah, Murray creates a lot of problems for the mother guards.
McDaniels against Hunter. Back to Young. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Ball. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Hunter on the wing. Butler covering. Pass to Murray. Back to Johnson. Up top, Young. Pulls up. And Atlanta misses again.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Outside McDaniels. Vucevic, a screen on Murray. White for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And here's Hunter for 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
Here's Butler. Down low. Butler drops it in.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Hunter, a screen on White. Murray for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Here's Butler. Can't hit that one. Good D by Kongwu. Pass to Murray. Back to Young. Now here's Johnson. Young with it. Picked by Murray. Goes up with the strike. That shot off the mark.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Now here's Butler. Hunter covering. Here's Butler. He's got 10. Outside White. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Pass to Hunter. Back to Murray. Takes a 3. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Butler taking his time here. Butler unfazed.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Hawks trail by 10. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. So do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. He's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Dosunmu comes in for White, and it's Beverly in for Ball. And Atlanta making a change here. Okongwu, the pass to Murray. Kongwu, a screen on Beverly. Murray from outside, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Beverly, the pass to Caruso. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Green.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
McDaniels, that's good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Atlanta again missing.
And he keeps trying to get himself out of this rut, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'd focus on sharing it with his teammates at this point.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Hawks trail by 14. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Making a change here. Terry's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Capella, he's checked in for Kongwu. Pass to Bogdanovich. To snap the cold streak. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Ayo Dosunmu picks one up.
And credit to Bogdanovich for not giving up there. He gets his shot off and wins a foul for his trouble.
Bogdanovich taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bogdanovich. Dillingham's checked in for Chicago. Second free throw, no good. Bulls leading by 13. To the inside. Caruso, the pass to Beverly. Beverly, a screen on Capella. Back to Beverly. And here's Dillingham from the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Murray. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now Capella, covered by Vucevic. From down low. And that one drops for him. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Vucevic, a screen on Murray. Beverly for 3. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Murray. He's got 5. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Drains the triple. Murray's got 8. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls. They lead by 8. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. We've got Clint Capella. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Green. And it's Krejci in at point. To the middle. Here's Capella. Chicago with a rebound. They've led by as many as 14. Dosunmu outside. Caruso outside. Craig with a screen. Let's go with a 3. A rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hawks trail by 8. Here's Krejci. Pass to Capella. Over Craig. And Capella gets it to go.
You got to do more than that to slow Capella. He doesn't let the defense rattle him at all.
Now here's Beverly. Tightly guarded. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
And he drops it first. The Hawks making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Hawks trail by 7. Here's Krejci to the paint. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Hufkin, he's checked in for Wallace.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, number 14, Kobe Hufkin.
Bulls leading by 7. Beverly on the wing. Pass to Dosunmu. Caruso outside. Now Craig puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Really nice pass there by Caruso. This man's got some game.
And here's Bogdanovic. 4-3. Hits the trifecta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Dillingham. Here's Dosunmu. And he lays it up and in.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Outside Bogdanovic. 3-pointer. Chicago with a rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Pass to Dillingham. And Chicago again with a bucket.
That maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
I see him.
Green with the ball. To the middle. Bogdanovic down low. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, offensively, Capella's game is grabbing offensive boards. You have to put a body on him.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
All right, fans, it's dance jam time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Next time, it's all good. You're on the big screen. Get down.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He said, quote, "This one isn't over. Those guys will come roaring back. We have to be ready. If something doesn't go our way, don't dwell, just move on to the next play." Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Ball outside. Butler passes to Ball. White for three. The rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball against Young. Hunter the screen. Pass to Johnson. Murray inside. The shot that time not on target. McDaniels with some nice D. Ball outside. McDaniels passes to Vucevic. Butler up top. Butler on the bounce. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Murray, no good. Chicago leading by 9. Pass to White. Picked by Vucevic. And White hits from deep.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Outside Butler. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Defensive foul. DeAndre Hunter. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Jimmy Butler. Shooting 1.
That's good from Butler. Young with it. Young drives it in, and he converts the layup. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
It's amazing what Young can do out there offensively. He just reads the defense so well.
Here's Butler. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Hunter on the wing. Back to Johnson. Pass to Murray. Young against Ball. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Atlanta ball.
Murray passes to Young. From deep. Rebounded by Butler.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Ball finds Butler. The kick out to White. Three-pointer, Vucevic. The rebound by the Hawks.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Bulls.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And this is an even matchup, 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Coby White.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Atlanta, Onyeka Okongwu. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 10. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Phillips, and here's Caruso. Dosunmu outside. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago ball. Substitution on the court.
.15 seconds left in the game. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Nails it from 3.
For 3.
So the Bulls win it. Their record is now 1-1 in this group round. And you know they're breathing a sigh of relief.
But that's only temporary. They're going to have to dig deep if they want to eventually hoist the NBA Cup.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Jimmy, it seemed like the defensive end was where this game was decided. What was the key there?
That everybody locked into the scouting report, and we had a lot of guys that could switch and guard up one-on-one, take that challenge. But I think, man, all in all, we just played incredible.
That versatility is going to pay off all season. Thanks so much, Jimmy.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Coby White.